Hey guys, Dylan from the Geek Duo here, and today I'll be bringing you my reaction to My Hero Academia Season 7, Episode 8, titled Two Flashfires. And the synopsis is the exact same as it was for the last episode. I don't know what that says, whether that was done intentionally to stop any spoilers for what happens in this episode. Who knows? But yeah, let's just say if this is continuing where the last one left off, in the story beat, I think it is, this is going to be a very interesting episode. Especially for one part that I think is shown in this um events. I'm trying to be as non-spoilery as possible. So let's get this started in 3, 2, 1, go. Hmm. For seeds born warped. That's a very interesting way to describe them. And that right there is a big piece. Because that was Garaki saying he looked for years for warped seeds that could be vessels. Hmm. Seems like Shigaraki wasn't the only one that he picked up as a damaged child, in the intention of molding them into a potential all for one vessel. And it did just flash to Darby, so that sort of shows that he's one of said kids. Hmm. Hmm. That's right. We're getting more Toya backstory. Hmm. Sleepyhead, hurry up and get better. He's a wee bit bigger than he was on the mountaintop. Hmm. See, it really does show his character that when he woke up, he first thought was to apologize. He did still think he had to prove to his dad, but oh, poor Mr. Sunny. He's too uncontrollable, even for All for One. He's got his own goals, and he will work to prove them true. Interestingly, they didn't show what I was going to comment on. Hmm. Sheer force of will and spite is what kept him alive all these years. He paid. He prayed at his own shrine. Hmm. I'm still gonna hold it out until at least the end of the episode because I don't think we touch back upon that part of his backstory again after this. True. They did say that your own body tells you when the limits of your quirk is reached. So if you can't feel that, because his flames are hotter, he also has more firepower behind his jet burn. Well, there goes that plan. Hmm. Because unlike the last time Darby fought an ice opponent, this one can make the ice. And infinitely make the ice as long as there's heat to counteract it. Do we really need to see Ida's butt? I don't remember that chat. Flashfire, Fist, Phosphor. I think he's got a couple Phosphor moves. there isn't really much for me to react on because this is such a dialogue heavy thing, even though it's a fight episode. Unfortunately, that's the only other chance to get it because I don't think the sidekicks can jump in front of another blast like that. Froze his hands as he punched through. And there we have it. The Todoroki versus Darby fight. So, I just want to check something before I mention this. I just need to look this up because I'm pretty sure, but yep, there we go. Very first line of the synopsis on the character page. Kai Chizaki lived at an orphanage owned by Dr. Cute-Eyed Garaki, intended to raise the children there as potential vessels for All for One. It is here where he read a book concerning an old theory that the quirk phenomenon was caused by a virus carried by mice. While the theory lacked any hard evidence, this caused a young Kai to believe that all quirks were a disease people were afflicted with, a belief that would remain with him throughout his adulthood. In the manga version of that retelling, there was a cutaway at the orphanage to a single panel that showed a young Overhaul at the orphanage. And, well, let's just say that that is very relevant later on. Because while the Darby side of things may not come up, the home for, what did they say, warped seeds does. Also, the irony of it being a home for warped seeds run by a sunflower man is funny. But yeah, I'm surprised they didn't put that in there. Because it's like important, and the part where it came back up in plot relevance was out before this season started. Now, yes, it would have mostly been fully animated by then, so they couldn't have really put stuff in, but still, of all the things that they decide to leave out, it is that. But that's the problem when you're adapting something as it's still being produced. Like, look at the fact that the Harry Potter movies left out Dobby because they didn't know how plot relevant he was going to be when they were producing the movies. And then he just shows up out of nowhere in the last one because he's necessary. That's not really going to be the case here, but I want that information out there now. And yes, I could have spoken about it when it comes back up, but you know me, I'm gonna forget to do that. Anyway, this finalizes Darby's backstory. Yes, there is still the years between when he burnt down the orphanage or whatever you want to call it, and when he was found by Giran. But they did also say that in that time he was basically just almost entirely focused on training his quirk up, copying his dad's moves, watching his brother, learning his moves at the sports festival and that. So it doesn't really need to be explored if that's all he was doing. But yeah, it really is telling that until All For One said that you're basically someone else, you're unrecognizable, they've probably already moved on, or whatever he said to like the actual words, like that was a gist. If it wasn't for that, Darby would have gone back to his family to apologize. Like, yeah, he did still go back to his family, but he also had All For One's words in his head, the doubts that he placed there, and to see that he wasn't entirely wrong, because, you know, he was probably keeping tabs on Endeavor and everything, so yeah, it's just sort of warped him even further to see that he did move on to start training Shoto. Now, he could have also taken that and seen, oh shit, he's going way too hard on my brother. He was never like this with me. I should probably announce the fact that I'm still alive and step in. But he is still a child in a preteen's body. So, yeah, plus he did have that need to prove himself to his dad. And to see that the one who was born to replace him was being trained in his sport. Yeah, it just compounded with everything All For One said. Yeah. As I said, there wasn't much to comment on other than clarifying and just reiterating some of the things that he said throughout the episode. So, because it was, as much as it was a fight, it was also a family-driven, dialogue-heavy episode. So, anyway, because of that, there's not that much to talk about afterwards. But this should be the last week where I do the double episode. Yeah, I'm just double checking. Possibly not. Yeah. No, because on Thursday I'm going to have episode 9, and then episode 10 doesn't come out till the weekend. So, yeah, starting next week on Monday, I will be up to date. Because this is going to be my Monday slot. I don't remember what I said it was going to be when I started this, but it's going to keep the Monday slot. But with that being said, I'll catch you in the next one.